Flynn's most accurate weather team. This is 19 First Alert Plus. Sponsored by the man that makes them pay, Tim Misney.
And good morning, I'm Dan DeRosa with 19 News, coming to you from our digital desk. We're going to get to the weather picture in just a minute, but we want to continue to talk about Northeast Ohio reeling from the storms on Tuesday evening. Still hundreds of thousands of people without power. Just looking at FirstEnergy alone, 265,000, that number in the upper left-hand corner, 265,000 customers without power. But that number has come down significantly. We know that the top number was 470,000 homes, businesses, apartments without power. That was Tuesday night. Yesterday morning at this time, it was 336,000. So they've come down almost 100,000. But the good news is that there are crews pouring into Northeast Ohio by the hundreds. And we've seen this happen in other parts of the country. We've seen it when there are hurricanes on the East Coast and down in Florida, that there is a lot of help that comes from all over the country, and it's finally, unfortunately, our turn. I know that doesn't make people feel good, but it is our turn to get that help. We're going to welcome in Hannah Catlett from FirstEnergy, spokesperson for FirstEnergy. Hannah, the question continues to be, when is my power going to be back on? FirstEnergy sent out a communication, I think it was via email, via text, and unfortunately it upset a lot of people because all they saw was the 14th, which is next Wednesday. They saw, and now you see people on social media saying, well, I was just told by FirstEnergy my power's not coming on until the 14th. Can you explain to people what that date is and why maybe people should pump the brakes? And I know people are frustrated. We get it. But why should people maybe pump the brakes that that's not necessarily true, that August 14th is their power back on date?
Right, Dan, a lot of those people are going to come on before August 5th or August 14th. We had to set that as an estimated time for illuminating company customers. So that means that all of those customers within the illuminating company. Of course, as we work these orders and get some of the restoration done, we are going to get people's power on sooner than that. But that is the overall date for the illuminating company. Down in Ohio Edison, we have much fewer people that are out currently. It's about 9,700 this morning, and we've set their estimated time of restoration for tomorrow night. We do have that time of next Wednesday for the illuminating company, but as specific neighborhoods get more specific times of restoration, they will get those updates. They just all got the update last night that the overall estimated time is Wednesday.
You can understand why that sent people, maybe, I don't want to say into hysterics, definitely up their frustration level. You can understand why that happened.
Oh, sure. I mean, we understand our own line workers are out there. They don't have power, and they've had to leave their families to come help to restore power. They have a vested interest in this, and they know themselves out there that they're working to restore power to their own families, their own neighbors. So they definitely have that empathy for people when they're seeing these times, but we assure people that many of them will come on before then. That said, the damage was historic. We have not seen numbers like this in years within the illuminating company. We're doing some work to gather some data on the last time that a storm like this happened, and I'll have that for you guys later today. But it was a huge impact to this area, and it is going to take some time to clean it up.
Let's talk about the cavalry, so to speak. We've seen videos. We've been live all morning at the Lake Erie Captains. That's in East Lake. The parking lot there being used as a staging area. In that parking lot alone, and we know this is happening in the Avon Walmart. We've seen some other locations. hundreds and hundreds of utility trucks in these staging areas. Explain to us the call to help and what are the numbers and where are they coming from?
Yeah, Dan, we have thousands of contractors coming in today. Many of them are going to arrive today. We've been preparing for them. We asked for them, as many as 2,500 and counting. We need those crews to help us with restoration because of the impact, the historic impact that was done by this storm that came in on Tuesday. So those crews come in and we get them all trained and ready to go on our system, and they will begin work. They'll begin doing the work similar to what we do to get people back restored with their power.
It does take some time for them to, like you said, they have to get on your systems, whether it's the radios, whether it's your computer systems. These are coming from other companies. What is the process and why does it take a little bit? I'm sure people are frustrated. They see all these trucks sitting there and people are saying, why are they not out in my neighborhood? Why are they sitting in that parking lot?
Yeah, I keep telling you that safety is our top priority, and we really mean that. We want our contractors coming in to follow the same safety protocols that we expect our crews to do, and so we have to give them some training in that regard. They have to get logged in to our system, as you mentioned. They need to get their orders, so they have some prep. They do have some prep to do before they just arrive to be out in our community. We do have them in from other states, so that travel takes time. And once they get here, we immediately start that process. But it is time consuming.
It is, and of course, when we're dealing with people who have been without power for a couple of days now, they don't want to hear that. They want power now. It is a frustrating situation for a lot of people. Hannah Catlett with FirstEnergy, you get the final word here. What do you want people to keep in mind as we head into day 2, 3, and 4 of this situation?
Yeah, I think, we just want people to know that we understand they want their power, and we're working as hard as we can to get it on for them. This is, like I mentioned, we've been looking at the numbers, and this is a historic impact for the illuminating company, and we need the time to be able to properly, safely get all of the power back restored.
Excellent. Hannah Catlett, spokesperson for FirstEnergy, the illuminating company, Ohio Edison. We appreciate the time. Good luck to you folks, and keep up the continued hard work. We appreciate it. That's going to wrap that up, but we do want to look at our weather picture for people who don't have power. This is where the heat and the humidity, unfortunately, start to come back in.